All right, this is Austin Hirschberger. I'm doing my AEP 858 module 16 assignment. I've got Katie Cox and Rachel Nolan here. A little bit of background information on me. I'm a K through 5 PE teacher in the Basehor Linwood School District. Um, this is my second year in the district. Uh, as far as the assignment, our essential question: how, as an advanced education professional, how would you apply data and data analysis to ensure your continuous improvement plan is focused on closing gaps? Currently, in our school district, we're in the process of vertically aligning content areas. We have cadres, which I've mentioned before in previous assignments. My cadre is just me and one other person, the other K through 5 PE teacher, and we're kind of in the process of identifying priority standards and common assessments and trying to keep everything um, just as consistent as possible for students as far as testing. Um, we're really focused on collecting data, but we don't do a whole lot of data analysis with it. So we're kind of more of a process centered district than like an analysis centered district. So as far as my continuous improvement plan for ensuring data analysis is focused on closing gaps, um, one gap I think that we can close would just be helping teachers learn how to analyze data and doing more data analysis. So I think in our cadres, if we met and reviewed each of our assessment results and compared like what worked for me that didn't work for him or what worked for him that didn't work for me, I think that that would really help. And then as far as in our school, we don't do a whole lot of data analysis, especially on like school improvement days. It's mostly kind of optional. If you want to look at the map data, you can, and you can ask questions, I think. And then especially for like in my position, I'm the PE teacher, so a lot of it is kind of irrelevant to me, but it would be nice to know what our results are as a school. So looking at the data as an entire staff, I think would be helpful for our school and closing the gap there, which would also, when we, throw all of our minds together and analyze the data as a staff, I think we can help close the gaps of student learning also.
Great. I had a question. So you were talking about wanting to compare assessment data in your cadre. Do you guys give common assessments, you and your other teacher?
He does some things different than I do. We're pretty much alike as far as our assessments. We both do fitness gram, and in physical education now, and at least in Kansas, assessments are not required by the state. So our like my administrator asks for assessments, so I do like push up, curl up, uh, pacer, sit and reach, and a shuttle run. And he does all of those. Plus, he does like the mile and chin ups and kind of more than I do. So we don't get a whole lot of time with our students. Like we get them for PE 25 minutes twice a week. So there's just really not enough time to do all of that to me. So, but as far as our assessments, we do have like assessments, yes. And then
Are
we've
all
and then we've been meeting with like the secondary teachers also and seeing what they use for assessments. So they do a lot of the same things also. Plus, it gets more advanced like as they get to middle school and high school. So
are any of your assessments like health assessments as far as like pencil and paper, or are they all physical assessments?
they're mostly physical assessments. I use a goal setting assessment. It's more of a informal assessment where the students will record their scores from the fall, set a goal for the spring, and then record their spring score. I don't do anything with it other than just talk to them about goal setting, and this is the number that you should be shooting for.
And then if you were an administrator and you were talking about that your school doesn't do much data collection, how would you help teachers start data that they can start comparing with each other?
I think, and as our next assignment, I've already done the module 17 one, but we did a data protocol. I think implementing something like that, like I've never seen a data protocol in our school or in our district. So I think using something like that that can kind of guide teachers through the process, because I think a lot of teachers are really unfamiliar with how to even analyze data, and it can be overwhelming at times. So I think that a data protocol would really help break it down and help them, it would give each person something meaningful for their room by guiding them through questions.
Great.
All
So
right.
what kind of help do you want?
I think one thing that would really help me in my current position, we do have a reading specialist and a math interventionist, and they do a lot of data collection because they meet with students, all the time, and they test more often than even the classroom teachers do. So I think getting data results as far as math assessments and reading assessments, and that would really help me find ways to use reading and math more in PE. Especially at the elementary level, I do a lot of spelling with the students, and we practice math here and there. But I think if I can meet with them more consistently and have more emphasis on math and reading and PE, that would help. So, all right.
So,
And was there another question that we need to answer as far as our assignment?
Yeah. Now, me and Katie are going to offer help to you while you remain silent. So I'm thinking for math and reading collection, I wonder if his school could do sometimes where they don't meet as the curriculum cadres, but maybe as like a grade level team. And so he can brainstorm with the classroom teachers of what kinds of things they're doing, and maybe they'll have ideas of what he could bring into his classroom. And when they meet together, they can identify gaps or successes in their kids.
And I was kind of thinking a little bit along the same lines of you meeting with them and then seeing if you could integrate some of your physical activities into things that they're doing. So then maybe they could work on both at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Austin, you get to share what you think is helpful.
Yeah, I think like what you guys said, I think that working as a team, and I do think that there's some brain break activities that like I could offer, to the math interventionists and the reading specialists and classroom teachers. Yeah.
Great.
All right.
I think that's all.
All right. Thank you.